field set, working their way up the hill, and we're about set to go racing to cap off a triple header here for USF Juniors at Road America. Up to the hill, and we are green, green, green. Racing down into turn number 1. 10 laps, 40 minutes with a threat of rain. More excitement for USF Juniors. Big duck to the outside as we see Giafoni hold the bottom of the racetrack. They'll work their way through. 3 wide. Hold on, guys. Coming through there. Little contact. Wow, they're 3 wide out of turn number 1, deeper in the field. And they gave just, look at, they're still 3 wide coming down into turn number 2. Can they get through cleanly? These young drivers who were so new at the start of the season have found that pace, have found more racecraft. They're all getting racier. It was a great run in race number 1, or 2 rather, for Giovanni Cabrera as well, as he was up there, elbows up, racing. We'll see if we get more of that out of Cabrera here in this event. But here's the battle. Big run around the outside. The 33 of Max Taylor trying to take the spot away from Giafoni, and I think he does. Taylor, who had an incident in race number 1, or race number 2 rather, where he went off track in 1 and came up over the big bump at the end of the rumble strips, the Gators, and he ended up breaking the car. The VRD crew, shout out to them to get that thing put back together after some severe damage. And he's put the number 33 up front. Taylor, your leader. Giafoni slotting into 2nd. Armstrong, I believe, 3rd. Jeffers 4th. Big wide run for Brienza coming through turn number 8. Used all of the runoff area. And they are on the throttle, working their way through turn number 8 and 9, and now over to turn number 10. So the opening lap at 10. And hoping to get this thing in before any rain does come. There's a potential, as we're watching the forecast, watching the radar to see if we do get hit here trackside. If it does happen, we will have a 5-minute stop and hold. The teams will come in. They have to change to wets. After they get by start-finish on the restart, then they can go back to dries if they want. But if we do have enough rain that the race control elects to go to wet weather, it'll be a 5-minute hold in pit lane while the teams change tires. We'll give you a full field rundown when they come back across start-finish. We're looking to get 1 lap in the books here. It's like 6 drivers in that lead group. And you can see the gap back to 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th. Roll them across the line. Taylor, Giafoni, Armstrong, Ingrata, and Ethan Barker, your top 5. Throw Hudson Schwartz in there in 6th. Eric Schoten, 7th. Golan, 8th. 9th is Lockhart. 9th is Golan. Schoten up to 8th. Lockhart in 10th. Brienza, Facuri, Dobson, Cabrera, Eder, and Potter. That's your start, your first lap of the 16 drivers on track. So 1 lap in, 9 to go. Capping off a triple header here. And again, closing to the end of this season as well. Only 1 more event, a triple header at the Circuit of the Americas still to come. But 99 points, meaning still up for grabs. Oh, there's a big move there. Giafoni went down to the inside on Taylor and kept them wide. Nice strategic run. Own the apex, own the exit. Had the spot, held it a little longer, didn't turn into the corner. And that kept Taylor at bay. It's allowed Armstrong to close up a bit. D-Force Racing has been really strong this year. It's great, as I said, to watch these drivers develop, right? The ones that are so raw and so new when we started the season. Oh, there's contact there. 2 drivers getting together. I think that is, I believe, Cabrera. Cabrera was in there racing hard. And it looks like someone got into his left rear. It might have been Carson Eder getting into the rear. I don't know if there's any damage right now. He's going to try to get it back on track or no. Looks like he's pulling away from the racetrack right now. Like he thinks there could be damage on the car for Cabrera. And he's shaking the head. It seemed like pretty aggressive left rear damage as he was racing hard, coming through the corner. And he may have, I'd say he stalled it, but it's rolling still. We're going to have a look at the replay here as they come down to the corner. Watch to the bottom. Side-by-side action. Yeah, that was Eder went pretty wide coming out of that corner, and he had that right front tucked up in front of the left rear of Cabrera. And as Cabrera was trying to come back or over to finish off the corner, it's to me like maybe he's a little too deep into the corner there. Cabrera is still off the racetrack, and I believe we're full course yellow. Full course as he is off on the outside of turn number 8. Yeah, we'll see a better shot here available, I think, the turn 8 camera. Here it is. Yeah, that's why he's done. He probably could check that out in the rearview mirror. Gio, you are finished, my friend. Sorry about that. That's a toe link. And that's not surprising, right? That's what you want to see happen. The components are built to fail so that the cheaper and weaker components will fail and it doesn't pull off the gearbox. So that's going to stack him and repack him here on lap number 2, and that'll be it for Cabrera after what was a really racy run in race number 2. I had mentioned that on the opening circuit as we had a restart there with 3 laps to go in race number 2, and Giovanni really got the elbows up and was racing. Probably the best we've seen him in terms of getting racy throughout the season here. He was right in there battling and had a good 11th place finish. But he'll have to look forward to the Circuit of the Americas now. After contact with Carson Etter down in turn number 8. Nicholas Giafoni is going to take the lead, as we said, across the line. Max Taylor in second. Aiden Ingrata works his way back up to third. Quinn Armstrong in fourth. Ethan Barker fifth. Jack Jeffers in sixth. Seventh, Hudson Schwartz. Eighth, Jimmy Lockhart. Ninth, Eric Schouten. In 10th is Brady Golan. 11th, Joey Brienza. 12th, Ava Dobson. 13th, Lucas Facuri. 14th, Carson Etter. 15th, Hudson Potter. And as we have said, it'll be a DNF for that incident in turn number 8 for Giovanni Cabrera. So the track safety crew have got Giovanni out of the race car. He's, of course, not pleased with that at all. But that'll be it for him. They'll give him a ride back to the paddock area. Field setting itself down. They're still hustling their way around here. That's going to take a tow truck to get him out of the way, as that left rear is going to need a lift. It's going to be huge for Giafoni. I'll tell you this right now. Coming into the race, I tweeted out on my USF Pro Insider feed, doing a little bit of calculations that essentially should Quinn Armstrong be able to get max points to the end of the weekend. That would be end of the year. That 4 races to go, 1 here, 3 of course at COTA. 33 points each race, perfect day. 132 points available. That would get him to 387 points. So for Giafoni to get to 388, which would be of course then unreachable and attainable, he needs 75 more points. Make it 74 more points. In fact, 73 is all he needs right now. All he needs is 73 now, because with Giafoni getting the pole for this race and Quinn not getting it, that's a 2-point swing. So 73 points is really all that Giafoni needs over the next 4 races. And again, 33 points up for grabs each race. And if he's able to get, let's say he's already got the pole, if he's able to get all 33 here, that would be massive. It would be huge. He would need 42 points over 3 races. So, again, Giafoni in a good spot here still. Didn't have the best of days yesterday. Finished 6th after an incident in the opening lap. Came back for a podium earlier today in race number 2. And, again, this one's not over. Let's not say that he's anywhere close to getting a race win yet, because we got a long way to go here right now. Giafoni, Taylor, Ingrata, Armstrong, Jeffers, top 5. I would keep an eye on Jeffers. He looked very, very good in race number 2 earlier today. We saw the issue where the green flag came out. Big start as Giafoni and Armstrong got the call, and they were able to jump on it and beat him down to 1. But even with the gap, Jeffers ran him down, passed them, and pulled away. So definitely an opportunity for Jack Jeffers to get himself back up into the fight, I would say. So again, the crew doing what they can to pick up Giovanni Cabrera. This corner here is where it happened. Damage to the left rear. If they're able to get it cleaned up enough that we can potentially go lights out through the carousel and down into Kettle Bottoms, we could go green flag racing this time by again, which is 4 to go. You see the lights still on the pace car. Yeah, we got a better shot coming here for you. Still work to be done. They still don't, I think they've just got the car of Cabrera up. They do. It's pretty easy to tuck him in here somewhere because there's a number of entries off the track down in turn number 8. So they're just going to pull him straight there, and they'll come in through the back part of the paddock. Yeah, already behind the wall. So, do we go green? Is there a shot at potentially getting back at this? The driver's, I believe, just down in kettle bottoms now. Indeed. So again, dark skies, as I said, but we are ticking away on it. Lots of time still on the clock, just a little under 30 minutes remaining in a 40-minute window. We've got 3 laps already in. Lap 4 is going to go in the books this time by. Pace car lights are still on, so we're going to get one more lap around under yellow. So lap 4 here, we'll have a 5-lap dash. We'll go to the halfway point under the yellow. I talk about fast lap of the race, but I don't know that it matters right now. These guys are going to go significantly quicker once they get rolling. A 2:16.8 for Giafoni, but you go further down to a 2:16.4 for Lockhart, 2:16.3 right now, the fast lap for Hudson Schwartz. And I'm only looking at that because that's going to be one of those bonus points again, right? If there's an opportunity for Giafoni to get another bonus point, every point he steals away from Quinn Armstrong and Jack Jeffers and Joey Brienza is what's going to be allow potentially him to grab that championship. Jack Jeffers jumping up over Brienza in that last one. Jeffers still significantly back. Jeffers would have to go on a run here as well to try to score this title. D-Force Racing is looking very good as well in the team championship in the battle right now with Exclusive Autosport. They have a pretty good lead. I want to say 66 points, the advantage for D-Force Racing. And they've had some great runs, as we know, out of both Giafoni and Armstrong. But Brady Gold's been up in there as well. He's had a good couple of runs. Lucas Facuri's been on the podium. Car Giovanni Cabrera working its way back to the paddock area. Field working its way down into turn number 5. Driver swerving to keep those Cooper tires clean and up to temp. 73 degrees, the ambient temperature trackside. Not as quite as warm as it was yesterday. And as I said, looming cloud cover here trackside. Idea is to get this thing in before any potential rain hits trackside here. We are prepared, ready to go if we have to. But like I said, 5-lap dash when it's all said and done. Less than 15 minutes of racing if we go green to checker. These guys are turning lap times, fast lap times in the 2:16s, high 2:15s kind of thing. 5 laps. We're going to get it done in less than 15 minutes. Nicholas Giafoni's got himself in a place where he could potentially make a big jump. There's lots of racing, and he knows that. I talked to Nicholas at the start of the weekend and said this is a really unique opportunity for a driver like Nicholas who's trying to potentially win this championship, but to get an opportunity again to have a lead and experience that particular situation. A lot of drivers don't have that. Alex Palou has that right now in IndyCar. He's had it for the last couple of weeks, right? He's got such a good run midway through the season. He's got over a 100-point lead right now, so really for him it's a different experience of essentially maintaining what is a massive lead, and has done that over the last couple of races. That's what Giafoni's getting a chance to experience now. A big, massive 66-point lead coming into the weekend. Didn't have the best run in the opening race. Still finished 6th. But again, the experience of having that mental focus of race number 2, how do I let losing points affect me, knowing that I got room and what I've got to do? He's bounced back in his P1 right now. So all in all, I think we're going to see a pretty good run. Odds on are that Giafoni comes away with the title, but it's not done yet. Lights out on that pace car. You see Max Taylor jumping on the throttle. Closed right up. Giafoni gets the punch off. They'll work up the top of the hill. Green flag flying, and we are racing. Underway. Single file restart. Giafoni will no doubt hold it down to the bottom of the racetrack. It'll be a wide run for Max Taylor, trying to go around the outside. Used a bit of the draft coming up the hill. He'll try to take a wide berth. Into the inside comes Giafoni. Back outside is number 33 at Taylor. Doesn't want to do what he did in race number 2 when he climbed up over top of that really aggressive gator at the end of the runoff and really damaged the race car. Again, shout out to VRD for getting him back on track. We are green flag racing at the halfway point. 5 laps down, 5 to go. 10-lap race in USF Juniors. Single yellow in race number 1, single yellow in race number 2. Let's see if we can do the same thing here and go clean and green to the checkered flag to cap off the weekend here at Road America. Oh, 3 wide maybe? No, they'll think better of it. Giafoni to the bottom, but Taylor's done this before. Big run around the outside. Doesn't quite get the run up the hill, but we're going to go 2 wide for the first couple of rows. Stacking them up on the exit. Blind corner, top of the hill, turn 6, flat out through 7, using a bit of that exit curbing. Downhill, into the hurry downs. Oh, Jeffers going to go to the inside of Armstrong with a nice move. Oh, he gets it done. And Armstrong wisely gives him enough room on the exit. So he'll live to race another corner. That was very similar to potentially the contact, although Carson Eder was not near as far in as Jeffers was. Eder was not quite there and got, again, into the side of Cabrera. Jeffers made a very strong and aggressive, assertive move to the inside of turn number 8 and will come away, I believe, with the spot. Almost side by side coming through the kink. Whew, that'll wake you up a little bit. Max Taylor has not yet won on the season. Wants one bad, and he is pushing hard. Jeffers has got Ingrata, I believe, behind him. And Ingrata was able to slip by Quinn Armstrong as well on that pass. Yeah, and Grada's going to look to the inside. He'll get through. So move Aiden and Grada back into 3rd. Jeffers 4th. A little further back, you got Schwartz and Barker going at it with Armstrong. Giafoni, Taylor, and Grada, Jeffers. A little bit gap back to Lockhart, Armstrong, Eric Schouten coming back up again to 7th. Oh, hold on here. There's contact. Wow, Aiden Ingrata and Jack Jeffers. These guys have been teammates in karting at Speed Concepts Racing. And they're wheel to wheel in it right now. That was very close to knotting both those cars up and put them in the gravel trap on the outside of the corner. Very lucky. Neither driver wanted to give up at all there. I talked about the boiling point hitting early in the race, in race 2. Are we getting there now? Jeffers on a bit of a defense right now. I think he had to check up a little bit. That's given, you can see some, Ingrata's got some breathing room, but in there again is Lockhart and Armstrong. Jimmy Lockhart led in race number 2, and I think pretty disappointed he didn't come away with a victory. Ended up being on the podium, but he wasn't thrilled with it when I talked to him afterwards. He wanted more. He's looking for that first win, as is Taylor. Oh, big dive move again for Armstrong coming down the bottom there. You can see that. There's another move deeper here as well. That's Fakuri going to the inside of the 57 of Eder. Carson may have the inside line going into the carousel. They're going to go side by side through the carousel, those two drivers. Look to the right of the screen here. I think they might have checked up. That was probably a wise move. I think Fakuri from the outside may have checked up as Eder was down to the inside there. They've been battling each other all weekend long. Got together in race number 1. Ooh, a lot of dust there. Someone went off and back on. You can see the dust at the back part of the screen. This drone shot's been great all weekend. Over top of Canada Corner. Great look. Different view of Canada Corner in the runoff there. Or lack thereof. Front drivers are pulling away because of this battle between Ingrata and Jeffers. Ingrata trying to stay right on it. You can see he had a bunch of understeer there. Had to wheel into it, and that's going to bleed some of the speed away on the straightaway, but he'll try to leverage that draft and get right back up on the gearbox of Jeffers. That's a great battle. Giafoni and Taylor have pulled away to a 1.8 second lead. Those two drivers look to battle it out amongst themselves. Jeffers, Ingrata, Armstrong. Ingrata goes back to P3. 3 laps remaining, and let's just throw this out there. If you're Nicholas Giafoni, you want a race win. Of course. But second place points big in terms of the championship fight. Max Taylor hasn't won yet. He's had some ups and downs. There's no doubt about that. He's been in the penalty box a couple times. Blinding speed for Taylor. He's had some bad luck. He drove off and made him and went off the track and up over that curb in race number 2 today. He wants that redemption, right? He wants that opener. Look at this. Wow, Jeffers had it all knotted up. He'll lose a spot there, yeah. He got deep into the braking zone and almost threw it away. That allowed Quinn Armstrong to capitalize, to move Jeffers back to P5 as he is really hustling it. Watch for Jeffers to get back up here to Ingrata. But look at behind Ingrata. That is 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th. All right there. Back half of this field, which includes a lot of maybe lesser experienced drivers, have really improved mid-season. Little mistake there for Aiden Ingrata. Armstrong's going to go to 3rd, and I think that Jeffers is going to capitalize and go around the outside as well. Indeed, he has, yeah. So Jeffers. So trouble for Ingrata coming out of 8, went wide. Armstrong took advantage of it to go to the inside to take the carousel, and Jeffers went all the way around the outside. So 3rd to 5th for Ingrata, a minor issue over in turn 5. Yep, there we go. 3 wide, coming down through Kettle Bottoms. Why not? They'll get back 2 by 2. Oh, Eric Schouten's up in there now as well. He's side by side with Armstrong, who's trying to fight for the championship. His teammate and point leader well out front. Look at this scrap right now. This is tremendous. Oh. This reminds me of a Formula Ford race, the June Sprints from many years ago. Guys side by side like this. Come on, drivers, stay smart. Let's show the respect. Let's have some good racing here to cap it off. 2 laps remaining. Everybody thinking about it. Schouten looking to the inside. Eric Schouten to the inside. Book it. He's through. Schouten. A spot. That may be for P3. Eric Schouten, P4 in race number 2. I'm sure they're watching back in Brazil. Eric Schouten's been coming on here mid-season. Again, the momentum, the confidence after that great run earlier today. But this is the battle here. Giaffoni going at it with Taylor. Schouten's going to go back a spot. Ingrata able to get by. Jeffers right in there, his teammate at Exclusive Autosport. Over under. Oh, Ingrata goes wide. Ingrata overcooks the entry and goes wide. He'll go defensive up the hill. And Jeffers goes back to P3 inside Schouten. No, they're side by side coming down the hill. Schouten's going to hold the spot. Oh, I thought Jefferson made it. Watch for Jefferson to make a dive bomb here under the brakes. He'll go deep, no doubt. And Groton thinking about coming with them. Oh, they're still there. Schouten's going to hold the spot. Because I think Jeffers just able to get back down to the inside. Oh, the Exclusive Autosport crew on pit lane are going to be shaking. The heart rates are up as their drivers currently run 3-4. Oh, no, we got yellow. We got yellow coming through the kink. There's a yellow flag in the kink and a bunch of dust. Potential issue over in the kink, but a lot of guys come. Is it just a dropped wheel? I don't know. White flag going to fly this time. You're probably racing back here, guys, because if we go, here goes a move to the inside for Taylor. He's looking for that first win. White flag will fly this time by. Again, we don't know if there's something happened down to the kink or not. They're going to go side by side across the line. White flag being shown here at start finish. Oh, no, we got the pace car coming out. Pace car is out. Pace car is out. Full course yellow. Giaffoni, I think, still has it. Pace car is out. Giaffoni at the line before the yellow by 17 thousandths of a second. So this is going to effectively end the race. The issue of a driver off, as we said, potentially over in the kink. It might be Carson Etter. He has not come around. Neither has Aiden Ingrata. Oh, what a weekend for Aiden Ingrata. Racing hard. And it's hard to see it there, folks. If you look at top of the screen, if you're watching on home, top of the screen, you can see it right there. A couple of drivers connected there. I wonder whether or not both Etter and Ingrata has come back around. So Ingrata comes back around. That is Carson Etter. It's been such a hot and cold weekend for him. An incident in race 1, a strong 6th in race 2, and then an incident here to cap off the race of race number 3. Across the line, that drag race up the hill after Taylor had taken the lead, Giafoni, I believe, is going to get the win by 17 thousandths of a second. As they came across the line, it was white flag when they came across. They had not thrown the yellow as of yet. Race control will look at this, but it appears to me like what I'm seeing here, Giafoni with the win, Taylor second, Jefferson third, Lockhart fourth, Schwartz fifth, sixth was Schouten, 7th Barker, 8th Armstrong, 9th Golan, 10th Brienza. So all that aggressive racing. And Aiden Ingrata had an issue on the final lap. He has fallen all the way back to 14th position. Etter does not come back around with that final lap incident. And with a full course yellow, this one's effectively done. Again, all I can give you is the unofficial results. I see the timing line, of course, here for timing and scoring is at the start-finish line. Giafoni beat Taylor back to start-finish. So they went yellow after that. So, on IndyCar weekends, when we have multiple timing lines around the track, when they throw yellow, you could be at a different spot. It doesn't have to be just start-finish. You could make a move by a driver and have the position. In this particular case, at start-finish, I'm going to say unofficially, Nicholas Giafoni is going to get the win, and this is massive for him in the championship. AMR USF Pro Championship safety team down there in Kettle Bottoms with Carson Etter, unsure whether or not, or at least the severity of the damage. We know the kink is a place that's not usually minimal coming through the kink, although these cars, of course, not carrying near as much speed as some of the other faster categories and series. Checkered flag will be displayed for Nicholas Giafoni when they come up the hill. I don't know that he's taken that spot. I think Taylor is still in the position. I believe he thinks he's got the spot. But again, based on when they came across the line and what I'm seeing on live timing, Nicholas Giafoni, I believe, will take the win. We'll see what happens with race control here. Indeed, Taylor holds on to the spot coming across the line, but I gotta say, based on live timing, Giafoni had taken the lead. Trying to get some insight from race control on this one. No. All right. Race control's telling us that it's the 33 of Taylor. Indeed, he is going to get the victory. So that's the call coming from race control, the 33. Taylor, Giafoni, Jeffers, top 3 drivers. Jimmy Lockhart in the 4th spot. Hudson Schwartz in 5th. Eric Schouten 6th. Barker 7th. Armstrong, Brienza, Gold, and Dobson. Ava Dobson ends up finishing 11th spot. Number of drivers having good finish. Overall, Eric Schouten, again, he was right in there battling for P3. Eric 4th in race number 2, 6th in race number 3 here. So a good weekend all told for Eric Schouten, no doubt about that. Jack Jeffers strong as well. A win in race number 2, ends up finishing 3rd here after some really good racing. But the battle we saw for 3rd on back, that's what allowed both Taylor and Giafoni to pull away. So right now, unofficially, Taylor, Giafoni, and Jeffers, the top three drivers. Lockhart and Schwartz in fourth and fifth. I'm going to head down to Victory Lane, ladies and gentlemen. Don't go anywhere. We're in a couple of commercials. When we get back, we're going to get a chance to celebrate the race winners here of the final race here at Road America. So, ladies and gentlemen, just right now, while waiting on the official call, I believe there has been some, obviously some insight from the teams that have asked for a call on when that yellow did come out. That's obviously what's going to play in terms of who gets this victory here as they came up the hill after the incident that happened down in the kink area down in Kettle Bottom. So it was whenever the yellow flag came out, that depending on who was up front, because the drivers had made moves, they were essentially side by side. So race control having a look at some video right now to decide exactly who is going to get the victory here in race number 3 at Road America. Nonetheless, some fantastic racing up front and through the field, just some great wheel-to-wheel action. And the VRD crew is celebrating, so it sounds to me like we've got ourselves a victory here. Max Taylor becomes yet another winner on the season here. He gets his first victory in USF Juniors competition. A good move for him and a timely move to get that pass done and to be able to come through with the race win. You got to do it. When you think something's happened, you got to make the move. I'm seeing actually the 57 machine of Carson Etter coming back, so the damage does not look too extensive on that car, which is good. But VRD rolling the number 33 machine into victory lane. Again, the first victory of the season for VRD. First one as well for Max Taylor. And we get to wrap things up here from this Cooper Tires Grand Prix of Road America with USF Juniors. And we'll be 3 drivers up. Some of our guests from Discount Tire are going to help us pass out some awards. So we're about set to go. Let's get to it, folks. A great run here, a winner in race number 2. He's right there in the championship fight still. Finishing in third spot for Exclusive Autosport, Jack Jeffers. And to bring Jack his third place trophy, again, one of our guests from Discount Tire, Hunter Elledge. Thank you, Hunter. Good haul of trophies for Jack Jeffers. Did a good job here. Finishing in second spot, crucial points to try to lock this championship down. P2 for D-Force Racing, Nicholas Giafoni. And to bring Nicholas his trophy, Kamewan Wheelock will help us out here. A big finish for Nicholas Giafoni. Big points in terms of getting a championship. But again, it's always great when we celebrate a driver getting their first win, and it was a big one here. He took advantage of the issue and went straight to the lead and got aggressive. He gets the race win for the 33 of VRD Racing. Put your hands together for Max Taylor. Long time coming, Max. You've had speed all weekend long, all year long. Did you know you had to make the move? Did you get a call that something was happening on track and you were going for the front?
Yeah, all I heard going into the last corner, like, just send it, go for the inside. So did what my team told me, and it worked out. And, yeah, I can't thank them enough. They've been amazing this year.
Nicholas tried to do the over-under. As you guys know, you were side by side. It's apparently what happened, and I was talking to Joe Miller a bit. When they called the yellow, they had the timestamp. You were ahead of him by maybe 6 feet, and you were side by side. He beat you to the line. How good does it feel emotionally to finally get this win?
Oh, it is amazing. It's just like a massive relief, like weight lifted off my shoulders. It feels great. Those like in-laps behind the safety car were so bad, though. I was just anxious. I didn't know if I won or anything, but yeah, glad to get it done.
Who else do you want to thank today?
I want to thank my dad and my mom for sure, the whole VRD crew, Dan Mitch, Noah Ping, Jacob, everyone. They've done an amazing job.
Well done. Enjoy it. Let's get that first place trophy in, folks. Max Taylor, his first win here in USF Juniors competition. Drew St. Thomas, one of our guests from Discount Tire, are going to bring this Future Stars trophy in. And once again, 3 different teams on the podium again, showing the parity that we have in this program. VRD with the win, D-Force coming in second, Exclusive Autosport in third. And again, these drivers, again, good to see another race winner on the season as well. Giafoni's had his share. Jack Jeffers has got a couple. But we'll put Max Taylor on the win list now for 2023 as well. First victory for VRD Racing on the year, so good for them to get a win here as well. They worked hard. And remember, this car was beat up bad after race number 2. VRD and that team went to work. They had to essentially get the car split in half, rebuild the thing, get it all put back together. So in those couple of hours between that incident in race number 2 and being able to win here, that is talking about perseverance for the VRD crew to get this thing back together and get him on the racetrack, and a much-deserved victory. And again, we talk about that when the yellow flags or when an incident does happen, a lot of the times we'll let the drivers race for another half a lap kind of thing to let them sort things out. And so with the opportunity to happen there with the issue on the racetrack, the crew coming on and saying, hey, listen, you got to go for it. You got to be up front here when that yellow flag comes out. He sent it down into turn number 4. Giafoni did the over-under and got the pass retook, but just not in time for the yellow flag. And Max Taylor ends up getting the win for VRD Racing, his first here in USF Pro Championships competition. We'll get our guests here from Discount Tire to come on in and be part of a shot here on Victory Lane. But again, the on-track action done for the drivers here in USF Juniors, presented by Cooper Tires. Only one triple header weekend still to go. Couple of weeks' time, we head down to the Lone Star State, Austin, Texas, and the Circuit of the Americas for a final triple header. 99 points up for grabs. Nicholas Giafoni in a really good position to win this championship, but it is not done yet. Every one of those drivers is going to go down there and try to dominate the action. It'll be in the hands of Nicholas to get the points he needs to lock things down. We'll bring the champagne in and we'll cap off the weekend here. These guys, of course, can take these suits and put them in the washer afterwards. Hey, guys, we got a first-time winner. You guys know what to do. Grip it and rip it. Time to celebrate race number 3. Oh, yeah. One needed to go down Taylor's back. What is wrong with you guys? That caps things off, folks, here from Road America. Thank you so much. 3 different winners on the weekend. Quinn Armstrong, Jack Jeffers, and now Max Taylor calls himself a USF Juniors winner. Big victory for him. Big move to make the move to the inside. This caps off what has been a fantastic weekend here at Road America. Thank you so much for those of you tuning into the broadcast here on USF Pro Championships TV. We appreciate you being part of it. Lots more racing to come here in the 2023 season. And that's really only over 2 weekends. We do Circuit of the Americas, and right after we cap off the season at Portland International Raceway on Labor Day weekend. And of course, then we start focusing on the 2024 season. We thank you so much, folks, for being part of the action. Those of you watching at home on the YouTube channel or the USF Pro Championships app, we will see you when we get to Texas and Circuit of the Americas. On behalf of Anderson Promotions and Cooper Tires, my name's Rob Howden. Bye for now.